I'm Cave Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're going to be taking a closer look at The Dark Knight Returns Last Crusade issue number 1. Hey, just because the release schedule for the main Dark Knight Returns 3 book has become about as regular as a solar eclipse, doesn't mean we can't enjoy this tie-in, right everybody? Let's hop on in, shall we? Alrighty then, so for those of you who don't know, what this story is supposed to do is tell us the final tale of Bruce Wayne as Batman before Jason Todd's death and before him hanging up his costume as Batman permanently. As the comic opens, we can see a bloody and beaten Joker being brought back to Arkham Asylum for safekeeping. We'll come back to him periodically as he does and says creepy stuff, you know, traditional Joker stuff. Now, much like the original Dark Knight Returns, this comic is intercut with a bunch of fake news shows and other such talking heads. Actually, here the fake news shows are actually a little confusing because we have a Regis and Kelly stand-in here in the middle talking about if it's right for Batman to deputize children into his war on crime, and later we'll see a TMZ-style stand-in. Again, keep in mind, The Dark Knight Returns was like a dystopian look at America in the 80s, right down to Ronald Reagan as president, and this is a prequel to that story. When we do finally get a chance to check on in with Bruce Wayne, he's starting to feel his age. He's slowing down. The strain of fighting crime every night is starting to take its toll on him, and he wonders if Jason will be ready to go on without him one day. Now, Bruce says Jason is a good fighter, better than even he was at his age, but he's unpredictable and undisciplined, definitely not like Dick Grayson. Jason's problems, both as a sidekick and as a possible heir to the Batman legacy, are proved later that night when he and Batman team up to track down the Joker's gang. It's not enough that Robin beat them, he also needs to brutalize them as well. This all reads as kind of hypocritical to see Batman chastising his young ward for how he attacks crime when we've all read The Dark Knight Returns and know when Batman comes out of retirement, he's just as violent as Jason was, if not more so. The second half of the comic deals with Batman and Robin trying to get to the bottom of a mystery involving a bunch of dead rich men in Gotham. Only they certainly weren't rich at the time of their deaths. Their bank accounts had been more or less emptied in one way or another. The only thing all the victims have in common is that they all gave money to the same eco charity. And if it's eco and it's Gotham, then you just know it has to be Poison Ivy. Pamela even has Killer Croc Waylon Jones working for her right now, collecting money off the rich men she has under her spell. Batman and Robin attempt to intercept one of these meetings, only for Batman to get caught by Killer Croc and honestly get beaten within an inch of his life, this only confirming Batman's fear that he is indeed getting too old for this. And if things weren't bad enough already, Jason straight up refused one of Batman's orders and went after him even though he was told to wait in the car. And I mean, kids, am I right? If my dad was Batman, I would stay in the car. Then again, the car would be the Batmobile, and the Batmobile is awesome. Later that night, Bruce decides to confide all of his worries in Selina Kyle. Yeah, apparently they're together in this weird time after she was Catwoman, but before she became an overweight madam. You would think this relationship would be like super important or something, but they only get like 2 pages devoted to it that more or less break down to Selina saying it was a lot easier for her to give up a cape and cowled life, but for Batman, he's kind of addicted to it. Batman and Robin finally manage to track down Poison Ivy and all the men she has under her sway. This is also where Batman gets his big rematch with Killer Croc, and once again, it does not go well for him. In fact, he breaks pretty much every bone in his body and is only able to stop Poison Ivy from escaping because Jason got involved. Later that night, back at the cave, the dynamic duo hear over the police radio that the Joker has escaped from Arkham. Jason desperately wants to go after the Clown Prince of Crime, but Batman decides against it, mainly because, well, he needs to heal. Worse still, when Jason leaves the room, Batman confides in Alfred that maybe Jason isn't right as an heir to the Batman legacy. Maybe he is too brash, too violent, and too impulsive, and just to prove how violent and impulsive he is, Jason takes off on his own to apprehend the Joker, only to get killed in an alley. Yep, that's how they end it. That's how they end this special tie-in issue, and worse still, the Joker doesn't even do it, his henchmen are the one who do it. So if I had to sum up the Dark Knight Returns Last Crusade #1 in a single word, I think that word would be unnecessary. I mean, honestly, who in their right mind was asking for this story to be told? I know I sure wasn't, and second of all, there's nothing this story tells us that we couldn't have pieced together on our own anyway. I mean, I guess such is the problem when doing a prequel, especially a prequel to a story that so many people hold in such high regard, but I mean, we all know how it's gonna end, right? This special tie-in issue is also suffering what the main Dark Knight Returns 3 is suffering, and that is despite the fact that they've slapped Frank Miller's name all over it, I get a very strong feeling that he had nothing to do with this. And by strong feeling, I of course mean Frank Miller himself coming out in interviews and basically admitting that he has nothing to do with these new Dark Knight Returns stories. And I mean, at least in Master Race, you kind of get the feeling that Azzarello has a love and respect for Miller's work, and he's kind of doing a decent job imitating him. I don't know who did or didn't write this book, but I can tell you this much, they didn't do a great job capturing classic Frank Miller. Now, Romita Jr.'s art, on the other hand, that is something nice I can talk about. It looks really good. But good art can only take you so far, and it certainly doesn't carry this book to anything more than a 6.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, why not check out another video I have on offer, or maybe if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you want to like or subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of more videos just like this one, then please by all means check out the Cape Joel Patreon. A little bit goes a very long way, and I will see you all next time.